Most men lose years of their lives chasing the wrong women. They mistake attention for affection, chemistry for compatibility, and excitement for commitment. By the time they realize what went wrong, their energy is spent, their focus scattered, and their self-respect is eroded. The tragedy isn't that they love too deeply. It's that they love without clarity. They fell in love with illusions instead of intentions. Attraction is easy. Flirting is easy. Even intimacy in today's world is easy. But commitment, the kind of unwavering, grounded, and purposeful partnership that endures through chaos, is rare. A woman who truly desires something lasting with you will never keep you in confusion. She won't force you to guess her intentions or decode her behavior. She will show her commitment through patterns, not promises. Through effort, not excuses. Through actions, not words. The problem is that most men have never been taught how to read those patterns. They confuse mixed signals for mystery. They interpret inconsistency as passion. They chase the rush of unpredictability, believing it's proof of emotional depth. But drama is not passion. Confusion is not connection. Inconsistency is not love. What separates the wise from the wounded is awareness, the ability to discern what's real from what only feels real. A woman who is serious about building a future with you moves differently. Her energy is focused, her presence steady, her intentions aligned. She doesn't toy with your emotions or keep you in limbo while entertaining other men. She isn't trying to win attention. She's trying to build alignment. And if you learn to recognize the 7 unmistakable signs of genuine commitment, you'll stop wasting years on women who never plan to stay. Ask yourself, how many seasons of your life have been spent trying to convince someone to choose you? How many times have you ignored the truth because hope was easier than honesty? That ends today. Because the moment you see clearly, you reclaim your time, your peace, and your purpose. Let's begin. 1. Consistency, the foundation commitment. Consistency is the purest evidence of seriousness. Anyone can show up when it's convenient, but a woman who truly wants to build with you will show up when it's not. She doesn't disappear for days and return with excuses. She doesn't offer warmth one week and indifference the next. Her investment is steady, deliberate, and dependable. Most men get trapped by inconsistency. They confuse emotional roller coasters for chemistry, believing that unpredictability equals excitement. But in truth, inconsistency equals instability. A woman who values you will never make you wonder where you stand. She will communicate clearly, follow through on her words, and maintain her presence without needing to be chased. Watch how she texts. Does she respond only when she's bored, or does she engage meaningfully? Does she remember small details you've shared, your meeting, your goals, your challenges, and check in later? That's not coincidence. That's intention. Consistency isn't about constant attention. It's about reliability. Men often mistake consistency for clinginess. But clinginess comes from fear. Consistency comes from purpose. One drains you. The other builds you. A woman grounded in genuine commitment isn't trying to control you. She's showing you that you can depend on her. In a world addicted to chaos, stability is rare. Cherish it when you find it. Consistency isn't dull. It's the soil where trust grows. 2. Shared future. Inclusion in her vision. When a woman sees you as part of her future, she begins to weave you into her plans naturally. She stops saying I and starts saying we. She doesn't just talk about next Friday. She talks about next summer. She pictures you in moments that haven't happened yet. A casual woman keeps conversations anchored in the present. Her words float, we'll see, maybe, someday. A serious woman builds bridges into tomorrow. We should go there together. You'd love that event. Let's plan for next month. Her language subtly shifts from independence to interdependence. Not because she's losing herself, but because she's envisioning partnership. But talk alone isn't proof. Many can promise the future without any intention of building it. The difference lies in follow-through. Does she plan, commit, and act? Or does every future plan vanish into vague excuses? A woman who wants a future with you doesn't wait for you to beg for inclusion. She offers it freely. She begins to integrate your life with hers, not out of dependency, but because in her heart, you've already become part of her journey. 3. Vulnerability, the gateway to trust. When attraction is temporary, conversations remain surface level. You'll talk about work, routines, and entertainment, never the wounds, fears, or dreams that shape her soul. Why? Because vulnerability is dangerous, and people don't risk emotional exposure with someone they see as temporary. A woman who truly wants a long-term connection will gradually open her inner world. She'll share her childhood memories, her private struggles, her insecurities, and hopes. She'll test whether your strength can hold her truth without judgment. Too many men fail this test. They either rush to fix her feelings or dismiss them because vulnerability makes them uncomfortable. But she isn't looking for a fixer. She's looking for a foundation, a man steady enough to stay present when she's imperfect. The moment she feels safe to be vulnerable around you, the relationship transforms. She's no longer performing. She's trusting. And that trust, once given, is sacred. If she opens up to you emotionally, don't exploit it. Don't minimize it. Recognize it as the deepest form of investment. Because every woman can laugh with you, but only a serious one will cry in front of you. Every woman can flirt, but only a serious one will reveal her scars. 4. Prioritization. You're not an option, you're a choice. In a world filled with distractions, priority is the purest proof of value. A woman who is serious about you will make space for you, not out of obligation, but out of intention. She won't vanish for days, cancel repeatedly, or treat your time as disposable. She won't make you feel like an afterthought. Men often make the mistake of excusing inconsistency with phrases like, "she's just busy." But people always make time for what truly matters. If you constantly feel like you're fighting for attention, you're not her priority. You're her placeholder. A woman who values you doesn't multitask through moments with you. She listens fully, engages fully, and shows up fully. She stands beside you during stress, celebrates your victories, and supports your efforts. Her presence isn't passive, it's purposeful. The Stoic man doesn't beg for priority. He observes and accepts reality. If her actions don't match her words, he walks. Because self-respect isn't negotiable, and a woman who can't prioritize you today won't value you tomorrow. 5. Integration. You're part of her world. One of the clearest signs of genuine commitment is inclusion. When a woman truly wants a relationship, she won't keep you hidden in the shadows. She'll bring you into her circle, her friends, her family, her real life. Women are protective of their inner worlds. They don't casually invite men into that sacred space. So when she introduces you to those closest to her, it's not random. It's intentional. She wants to see how you fit into her ecosystem. Notice the difference. A woman who's only passing time with you will isolate the relationship. You'll never meet her family, and her friends might not even know your name. But a woman who's serious will mention you often, talk about you with pride, and make you visible in her life. Inclusion isn't about validation. It's about alignment. She's signaling that you're not a side story. You're becoming part of the main narrative. If you've been dating for months and she still hides you, take note. The truth is simple. People don't hide what they're proud of. 6. Support. She builds with you, not against you. The right woman doesn't just want your attention. She wants your evolution. She doesn't compete with your mission. She contributes to it. When you talk about your goals, she doesn't yawn. She leans in. When you work late, she doesn't guilt trip you. She respects your grind. A casual woman only values comfort. A committed woman values growth. She understands that love without development is stagnation, and stagnation kills connection. She will encourage your discipline, challenge your excuses, and remind you of your purpose when you forget it. Some men mistake this challenge for criticism. But a woman who pushes you isn't tearing you down. She's sharpening you. The wrong woman wants your time. The right woman wants your triumph. If she celebrates your wins, respects your ambition, and holds you accountable to your potential, she's not just dating you. She's partnering with you. That's rare. That's precious. That's commitment in motion. 7. Loyalty, the final and ultimate proof. Loyalty is the bedrock upon which all other signs rest. Without it, everything collapses. Attraction can be faked. Consistency can be mimicked. Even support can be strategic. But loyalty, the unwavering choice to stay, protect, and respect you when it's inconvenient, cannot be counterfeited. A woman who's serious about you doesn't keep backup options. She doesn't flirt online, entertain old flames, or keep emotional spares. She chooses you and keeps choosing you, even when things get difficult. Her loyalty isn't loud. It's proven in silence. It's seen in the way she defends you when others criticize, the way she communicates during conflict instead of withdrawing, the way she remains grounded when the relationship faces storms. Real loyalty isn't tested during comfort. It's revealed during conflict. A casual woman walks away at the first sign of tension. A committed woman stays, communicates, and works through it. Because in her mind, leaving isn't an option. Rebuilding is. If you have her loyalty, you have everything. Without it, nothing else matters. The power of awareness. Once you see these signs clearly, your entire approach to relationships changes. You stop mistaking words for worth. You stop chasing excitement and start valuing stability. You stop trying to convince people to choose you and start recognizing who already has. Gentlemen, your time is finite. Your energy is sacred. Stop spending it on women who never plan to keep you. When you learn to recognize consistency, vulnerability, prioritization, inclusion, support, and loyalty, you gain something far greater than love. You gain clarity. And clarity in relationships is power. Because when you finally see the difference between a woman who's there for a season and a woman who's there for a lifetime, you stop chasing illusions and start building legacies. Choose clarity. Choose strength. And never again confuse attention with affection. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and hit that subscribe button for more.